The dog looks like cross-eyed.
Oh, man, I'm rich. She almost left my business out.
I want all that.
10 hours later.
No, all my jewelry is fake. All my jewelry is fake. Every single one of my pieces of jewelry, my purses are, everything's fake. I don't want y'all to think I have money, because I don't.
Today marks quite a significant moment, particularly for those of us who are currently between jobs, myself included. While most people are busy living structured, productive lives, I'm here to offer some commentary on a rather controversial internet figure, Ashley Trevino. You may know her as the self-proclaimed inmate hopper, or by some of the more critical titles the internet has assigned her, such as TikTok's worst parent. Ashley gained notoriety for her unusual dating preferences, exclusively pursuing relationships with inmates, as she stated, because they were less likely to leave her. When not dating incarcerated individuals, she appears to favor much younger partners, often barely out of their teens. There are also serious concerns regarding her parenting. Reports suggest she has had multiple Child Protective Services cases filed against her. Despite claiming to be a fit mother, it's widely believed that her own parents have taken on much of the responsibility of raising her children. In essence, Ashley seems to represent everything many would hope to avoid in a parental figure. Her public persona is chaotic, and signs indicate that her online influence may be waning. So, I thought, why not take a closer look at her recent TikToks and reflect on this apparent decline? Oh, and there are rumors circulating that she might be pregnant again. Given her current circumstances, particularly her existing difficulties with parenting, this raises even more questions. Though honestly, it wouldn't be surprising if this were just another attempt at generating online outrage and attention. Let's dive into it.
I went from 100 viewers to over 5K, and it just got bigger gradually as I ruined my life. And then as I started to calm down, my views have been going down because I'm not in the drama no more. I don't want that for myself. I've been bashed so much on the internet, and I'm not saying that I'm changed or what. I'm not. I'm still the same person. Y'all just don't see it as much. Camera, I'm somebody else. Y'all don't know.
So, turns out the rumors are true. TikTok really does reward chaos, especially on live streams. We've seen this happen with creators like Elphaba. Anytime she has a full-on meltdown ripping out her hair, screaming into the void, she somehow ends up boosted on the weekly rankings. It's almost like the algorithm thrives on unhinged behavior. Now, I'll be honest, I don't claim to fully understand how TikTok's live ranking system works. It's kind of like a gamified popularity contest where users send gifts, creators climb leaderboards, and the platform rewards whoever can keep the drama flowing. And let's be real, nothing gets clipped and reposted faster than an internet meltdown. That kind of content spreads fast, and TikTok knows it. What's wild, though, is how selectively the rules seem to be enforced. I've gotten flagged just for clapping back at people who leave ridiculous comments. Literally just telling someone to mind their business gets me a violation. Meanwhile, you have people like Ashley Trevino doing outrageously inappropriate stuff on live, and somehow that's perfectly fine. Ashley's gone viral for some of the most questionable livestream behavior on the app, things that honestly push the line of what should even be allowed. But she keeps getting views, and yes, she's right. When the antics slow down, so do the numbers. But here's the thing, if your whole brand is built on being that crazy person on TikTok, then you've boxed yourself in. The audience expects chaos, so you keep performing it. It's a loop. What's even more concerning is the complete lack of self-awareness. Ashley openly admits she hasn't changed, doesn't regret anything, and somehow thinks that's a flex. This is the same person who once said she didn't buy her kid a bed for whatever ridiculous reason, and she's proud of that. That's not edgy, that's just sad. So yeah, TikTok absolutely boosts wild behavior. But maybe the bigger issue is the fact that some creators are willing to go to such extremes for clout, then turn around and act like they're the victims of criticism. Spoiler: you're not hated because you were misunderstood. You're hated because your behavior is genuinely disturbing and you've doubled down on it.
I have everyday life struggles like y'all. I do. I deal with the drama anymore. Like, I'm older than all of them, like Bree, Violet, all of them. I'm older than them. I'm letting them do their thing, you know? Like, I was actually looking at the recordings on my phone that I'm on. Thank you for...
It's honestly kind of hilarious how she openly admits she's significantly older than the people she surrounds herself with. Like, yes, Queen, go ahead and acknowledge the age gap. Awareness is the first step, I guess. Now look, this isn't about ageism. Being in your 30s isn't old by any stretch, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with being confident, active, or even promiscuous at that age. Live your life, but there's a line, and that line is when your go-to partners are 19-year-olds. That's not empowerment, that's weird, let's just call it what it is. Beyond that, though, she's just baffling. There's this strange narrative she pushes that being an influencer means you shouldn't be criticized for personal struggles or mental health issues. And to be clear, everyone has their battles, no one's denying that. But the issue isn't that she has problems, the issue is that she isn't helping herself. In fact, in the very same video, she says she's still the exact same person she was when she made all her past mistakes. And somehow, she thinks that's something to be proud of. That's not growth, that's just broadcasting your refusal to evolve. And listen, I get it. When you mess up online, it sticks. Trust me, I've been there. You say or do something regrettable, and it follows you around. But the difference between a mistake and a pattern is what you do after it happens. If you keep making the same bad choices again and again, at some point it's no longer a mistake, it's a habit, and the audience notices. What makes it worse is that she literally admitted she hasn't changed at all. No development, no reflection, no remorse. She's basically confirmed that the chaotic person we see online, that's exactly who she is in real life. And honestly, that's not the confession she thinks it is.
No, all my jewelry is fake. All my jewelry is fake. Every single one of my pieces of jewelry, my purses everything's fake. I don't want y'all to think I have money, because I don't.
While the falloff is real, let me start by saying there's nothing wrong with wearing fake jewelry. Honestly, if it looks good, who cares? The issue here isn't about knockoff accessories, it's about the irony. Ashley spent so much time flaunting her supposed wealth, only to later admit her jewelry isn't even real. And no, this isn't some humble moment, it's damage control. She's not being modest, she's fishing for sympathy because she's broke. What makes this more baffling is that she likely made a decent amount of money during her peak. So the obvious question is, where did it all go? You see this over and over again with influencers, viral fame, quick cash, and absolutely no clue how to manage it. I hear these stories constantly. People blow through their earnings with zero foresight, then end up shocked when the money runs dry. Look, I'll admit I'm not the best with money either. I see something I like, I buy it, YOLO, right? But at least I'm not broadcasting my downfall while trying to flex. Ashley built a whole persona around being flashy and outrageous, and now she's on the other end of it, broke and still online. That's the problem here. Not just being broke, but being broke after pretending to be rich. And let's not forget why she got famous in the first place. She's known as the self-proclaimed inmate hopper, the woman who dates 19-year-olds, the one who's done some truly questionable things on live streams, things most people would be embarrassed to admit happened in private, let alone publicly. We're talking explicit acts, bizarre on-camera behavior, and the kind of content that makes people ask, how is this allowed? If that were my online legacy, I'd be reflecting hard, not doubling down. But hey, if you're going to come on the internet and completely wreck your public image, at least come out of it with a solid bank account, that's all I'm saying. And yes, I know people love to say money isn't everything. Of course it's not, but if you're going to ruin your reputation for clout, you might as well have something to show for it.
And always remember, you guys, it does not matter how many views we have. It matters who's playing the game. There could be 5 of y'all playing and 5,000 views. It does not matter about the views. It's whoever is playing the game and whoever is double tapping. That's who we really, really appreciate. So I don't even care if I got these 1.3K. They can all leave because they're not playing, to be honest.
I mean, let's be honest, if you really didn't care, you probably wouldn't feel the need to bring it up in the first place. But let's move on to something even more baffling, the people actually donating to these creators. And if you are one of them genuinely, please do some self-reflection. Because there are only a few possible explanations for why someone would willingly give money to people who are clearly out of their depth, out of touch, and quite frankly, out of their minds. Like, I'm not trying to be cruel here, but why? Why donate to people who wouldn't notice if you disappeared tomorrow and who contribute nothing of value besides public meltdowns and questionable live streams? I don't know how many times I can use the word unhinged, but it's really the only accurate descriptor in this case. Now, to be clear, I've received donations, and I'm always incredibly grateful. Genuinely, if someone chooses to support what I do, that means a lot. But at the same time, let me say this loud and clear, you don't need to do that. Keep your money, buy yourself a coffee, pay a bill. Get something you actually need. There's a big difference between supporting a creator who's trying to offer some kind of content or value and throwing money at people like Ashley Trevino, Alphaba, Chelsea Lear, or Paul Breach. You know, the Mount Rushmore of chaotic live streamers. Donating to them honestly feels like it should qualify as its own mental health condition. Like, oh, you donate to those people. Yeah, we've got a name for that now. I'm just saying, there's weird and then there's weird with your wallet. And that second one might be worth getting checked out.
If y'all are not subscribed to my Patreon, you guys, go subscribe to my Patreon, please. I will be doing a live there tomorrow, exclusively just for y'all. There is 2 right here. There's that one for just friends, and then the besties will get a live 3 times a week. So friends will get one.
So when I see people setting up full-on Patreons just to sit on live stream and talk nonsense, asking for tier donations as if they're running a high-value subscription service, I just can't relate. I feel guilty for charging to quid while doing the bare minimum, and these people are out here treating vibing on live like premium content. Double quotes.
For 1 time a week, and then besties will get one for 3 times a week. My besties will get more about my life than friends will. Besties will know more about me than friends will.
Wow. I really, really, really care about that, said no one, ever. I mean, seriously, Ashley, tell us more about your life. We're all desperate to know the 5 remaining details you haven't already broadcasted across everyone's For You page for the past 6 months. At this point, I don't want to know more about you, I'd pay to know less. In fact, here's an idea, can we set up a reverse Patreon? Like, for every person who subscribes, she doesn't post for a day. That's a service I'd happily invest in. Call it a digital detox subscription, peace and quiet delivered straight to your timeline. And the whole besties will know more about me than TikTok ever will line. Yeah. No, that's just not true. We already know way too much. And give it a few more days, we'll know even more. It's past the point of no return. What genuinely baffles me is the idea that simply having a livestream personality is supposed to count as content. Like, where's the effort, the storytelling, the substance? Sitting on live, oversharing, and spiraling is not a talent. That's not content, that's just public self-destruction with a ring light.
Besties will know more about me than friends will. TikTok won't know nothing about me because you have...
Look, live streaming in itself isn't the issue. If you're a proper streamer, someone who brings actual content, maybe has structured debates, gameplay, or even focused discussions, fair play. But if you're just an average person sitting in front of a camera, expecting people to be invested in watching you breathe, eat, or dramatically sniffle into the void, you've lost the plot. We need a collective societal reset. Some humility, please, not everyone needs to be on live. And yes, I get the counter-argument. Well, what makes you think people want to listen to you? Fair question, but here's the difference, at least I'm talking about something. I show up with commentary, structure, a point, you. You're just there. Existing. Loudly ... At minimum, make something your thing. Be passionate about something. Develop a perspective. Start a cause, bake bread, become a train spotter. I don't care. Just ... do something. Let's call it what it is. No one cares, not even a microscopic fragment of a care. You offer nothing but a chaotic feed of out-of-context live clips that people screen record for laughs. That's it. That's the content. And yes, maybe I'm a terrible person for saying this, but it's true. You're not just boring, you're bizarre. You've built an entire online persona off being TikTok's inmate hopper. Your claim to fame is being inappropriate with teenagers and live streaming things that should absolutely not be live streamed. So, forgive me if I don't clap for your presence online. This isn't content. It's public oversharing with a filter.
My purses that I have, like my coach, my tote bag, all that, I need to get rid of it. I don't know if I should have a garage sale or just like leave it outside my apartment and let people come grab. I don't know, because I don't need the money, but I just want to get rid of it. Like, I don't want to take it to my new house. Like, a lot of stuff I'm not taking.
Oh, she's moving house but apparently has no money. Make it make sense, seriously. How does that even work? Because judging by the background in her videos, she's clearly not struggling. She's lounging by the beach, living the soft life. Looks more like a vacation than a crisis. She seems fine to me. What really bothers me, though, is when influencers or celebrities in general try to do this relatable arc where they suddenly pretend to be broke. Like, we're meant to believe they've fallen from grace and are just like us now. Spoiler, they're not, and no one's buying IT. You had the earnings, you had the peak. If you're broke now, that's a you problem. Don't try to spin it into a sympathy tour. Just own it, or better yet, just don't bring it up. Double quotes.
Guys, can we get 500k likes? Oh my god, I'm falling off the internet. Oh my god, I need to start drama again. Just kidding. Oh, my Fendi sunglasses that Heffa bought me for my birthday, I gave them to my sister. Because she asked my daughter to ask me if I had some sunglasses. Let her have the ones that you don't want. And I was like, oh, the Fendi's, right? So I let my mom take them to her, and so she has my Fendi's now. Like, they were just sitting there, and I'm not wearing them anymore. Like, they're nice, they're cute, but I don't.
I'm not even exaggerating. This is all her content is now. Just endless monologues about how she doesn't care about money, how material things don't matter to her anymore, and how money isn't everything. And let's be real, the people who preach that the loudest are almost always the ones who used to brag about how much they had. And then lost it all. It's textbook. Also, what is this content? Seriously, who is this for? The pivot from flaunting wealth to faux humility isn't just transparent, it's tired. And I love how she tried to make a joke at the start about not starting drama. We all know full well that if a new controversy meant more views, she'd dive in headfirst. Because that's how the TikTok ecosystem works. Creators like this thrive off chaos. That's been the formula since TikTok lives became a thing. Keep spinning new drama just to stay on the radar. It's exhausting to watch. Honestly, it feels less like influencer culture and more like a low-budget Black Mirror episode at this point.
My romantic date night would be a hotel, some tacos, Dos Equis, Crown Apple, with some Coke, oldies, pink roses, and just me and my pot.